Welcome traders to our post-week market review. So keeping things short, sweet and simple. If you can remember, in our last technical analysis update, which was our midweek, we established that price was consolidating in this area here. We marked in a topside resistance area indicated by this green trend line, and we also found a common support. Not long after we left our midweek technical analysis, price ended up coming back up towards this trend line, and as you can see, price ended up testing this area once again as a resistance. Following on from there, price ended up breaking below, giving us a break of structure of this previously tested support, and then we saw a break and retest pattern in which price came. We saw a break of structure, price broke through the support and then came back up to test it as a resistance, indicating to us that we have seen a break of structure. We saw this a couple times, and then we saw some low time frame consolidation, and then as you can see, we ended up coming all the way down to near our point of interest at 3,340, with price then closing somewhat in this same area as a resistance. So what can we see from gold as of this week? So going straight to the start of the week, so this was the first candlestick, the first hour one candlestick on the Sunday open at 10 p.m. GMT. And as you can see, we started off the week or started off the day bullish. Price ended up creating a new higher high at around 3,450. However, as you can see, since then price has continued on bearish. Obviously, we did have a major consolidation area sort of through the first New York session on Monday all the way through until Wednesday around 7-8 p.m. where we then saw price break structure. So as you can see, gold has been bearish this week. What does that indicate to us, and what could we expect to see for gold in the next week? So as you can see, we are sort of testing within a significant range. As you can see, we sort of have this level as our top resistance, this level as our sort of mid-range, sort of mid-reversal point, and we also have a bottom side support at this level here. If you go to previous chart data, you can see that this area these three areas are a key level for price, and price does in fact react to these levels consistently. So with that being said, let's go over two possible scenarios going into next week. So as you can see, we have in fact started to create a head and shoulders pattern. With expecting our next sort of our last shoulder to really solidify this head and shoulders pattern, to sort of create or to come down to this 3,355 level and then create that head and shoulders pattern. However, obviously, as you can see, we are not currently there yet. So there's a couple things that could happen, and we are going to go over the probability of both a bearish and a bullish move. So as you can see, throughout our Friday, for the New York session open, we saw price turn considerably bullish. Price ended up wiping out all of this data that you see in just one candlestick. This candlestick had a range of around, let's say 250 pips in one candlestick. So we had a significant bullish move here, and then after that, obviously volume dropped down, getting closer and closer to the market close at Friday 10 p.m. GMT, and sort of price finished in a consolidating fashion. If I go ahead and go down to minute 15, you will see more of what I am talking about. As you can see, price is just sort of moving sideways. So looking at our minute 15, I'm going to mark in one level that we do want to take into account, and obviously it is this level of support here. We can see that price has tested this level multiple times as a support, and there's also going to be another level that I want us to take into consideration, and it's sort of this darker level here. Matter of fact, it's where this point of interest overlaps this point of interest, so we sort of have a common resistance point. So what we're going to expect, so the lower time frame scenarios, so lower time frame scenario, what we're expecting to see is price come up to this level upon market open, which is around 3,373, give or take. What we could see, one of two things. So we could see price come to this level and completely break through it, targeting our next point of interest at around 3,384, or we could see price come to this level and then continue on bearish, with price heading back down to this point of interest at around 3,355. However, there is also another scenario. Price could in fact just drop from here, and we could see price continue bearish from this level. We could, matter of fact, we could see price come down to test this area which in which price double bottomed or double tested on the hour time frame. So that's one possible scenario that we could see. And then the second possible scenario is obviously if price continues on bullish, we test this level and then price drops back down, or if we see a break of structure of this level and price surpasses these two levels or these two highs, we will most likely anticipate that price is going to somewhat go nearer to that 3,400 level. So I know it's short, I know it's sweet, but there's no point waffling on about too much. I feel like this is a good point to end our post-week market review. So in conclusion, for gold this week, we have seen bearish momentum with price consolidating from Monday to Wednesday, and then price ended up continuing on bearish performing a double bottom at around 3,340, and price has then sort of crept back up with some volatility with the help of economic news events. So with all that being said, that's going to be our post-week market review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I know we are so close to 500 subscribers, so if you guys can get us there, that will be really appreciated. Again, if there is anything that you want me to add into the next post-week market review, or things that you'd like me to remove, things you'd like me to talk about more, etc., just drop a comment below and I will go ahead and read it and take it into account for the next video. So again, that's going to be our post-week market review. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.